Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I thought I would do the 2-week wait symptom video, or how I found out that I was pregnant pretty much straight away. So I know a lot of people struggle with knowing what kind of symptoms they have when they are pregnant, and when it's you getting your period or when it's you actually pregnant, because I know that I struggled with this. I was like so confused because I was like, it feels like I'm getting my period, but my period is just not coming, and I was just so confused. So I feel like this video might be helpful for some of you guys. And I also know when I thought I was pregnant, I binge watched these videos like crazy. If you guys binge watching these types of videos, give this video a big thumbs up so I know who I'm talking to and who's relating to me right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I thought I'd give you guys just a little bit of a background on me and my pregnancy so far, if you haven't been watching my YouTube videos. So I'm currently 16 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and I have had a pretty good pregnancy so far. My symptoms kind of showed up straight away, but now honestly I don't even really feel pregnant. I've just started to feel her move this week, which is super exciting, but yeah, that's bad. So the very first week, probably I started getting symptoms around 3 or 4 DPO, which I know is super early, but I was like, these symptoms aren't normal. This is definitely something that's going on. It's definitely not me getting my period or whatever, because I was like, this is not me, so not like me at all. But the first symptom that I got was being super hungry. I remember waking up in the morning. Usually I don't get hungry until around like 10-11 o'clock. Like I could literally go to lunchtime without getting hungry. But I remember literally as soon as I woke up, I was like ravenously hungry and so thirsty, which was like just not like me at all. Like I'd get up in the morning and the first thing I'd be feeling like is food and a massive glass of water. I still get super thirsty, so if you see me drinking a lot, that's why. I just have lemon water in here. So yeah, I was waking up feeling super hungry, and I'm not like a water type girl. Like I struggle drinking water like so much. Usually like I'm fine with drinking like juice and tea and coffee and all that, but I just don't like water, and I never feel like water. But for some reason I was guzzling water. Like I was literally having like 3 to 4 liters a day, which is like so not like me. I was so thirsty. I felt like I'd been in the Sahara Desert for like literally 3 months and hadn't had a glass of water. It was so bad. So that was one of them. I remember my boobs getting very sore, and this is something that I wasn't too sure if it was my period or wasn't my period, but I remember like 4 or 5 DPO, which is usually around when I get sore boobs before my period anyways. They were so sore, but usually like, by the way, it's gonna be a super TMI video, so just yeah, putting that out there. My boobs usually get sore like up the top, but for some reason like it was like on the sides, they were killing me. Like I could not wear a bra pretty much. I was like having to wear like those like Calvin Klein like soft material bras, because everything just like hurt so bad. But yeah, it was really sore on the sides, and I know a lot of women that I also watched on YouTube had that as well, where it was on the sides and not in the middle area, if you know what I mean. I was really dizzy as well. I would wake up in the mornings and get out of bed and be like, whoa. I do have super low iron, but usually it's not that bad at all, where like I would be just walking around the house and all of a sudden just get super dizzy, and I don't know why exactly that is, but I was getting super dizzy, and I started peeing quite a lot around maybe 8 DPO. I remember having to go to the toilet like literally every 20 minutes. Also because I was drinking a lot of water, which wasn't like me at all. And also one thing that was a bit concerning for me was I was getting a lot of sharp pains in my right hand side, like in my right ovary. And this was before I went to the doctors or anything like that. Before I missed my period, I was getting really sharp pains in my right hand side, which was kind of weird and kind of concerning, because I thought maybe it could be an ectopic pregnancy, I think that's how you say it, where basically the egg gets stuck in the fallopian tubes and doesn't travel all the way to the uterus. So that was very concerning, but I didn't have an ectopic pregnancy, so I'm not exactly sure what that was. The doctor didn't really know what that was, but she said that she'd keep an eye on it. It's gone away now, which is good. And also period-like cramps from very early on. So about like 4 or 5 DPO, I started getting really weird cramps. Like I was getting my period and I was like, oh, my period just like must be coming early, but then the next day it didn't come, next day it didn't come, next day it didn't come, and then it got to obviously me expecting my period, still didn't come, and I was still getting these cramps. And I was like, why aren't I getting my period? Like, I'm literally getting period cramps, my period's not coming. I was like, so weird. Also, I had a really bad cold. I remember waking up, this is when me and Carl just got back from the Philippines from our missions trip, and it was about 2 or 3 DPO. I got the worst flu I have ever gotten in my life, and I do not exaggerate that at all. Funny thing is, I thought I had dengue fever from going over to the Philippines, because apparently there was like a massive outbreak when I was there, and I got back and then like 2 or 3 days later I was like so sick. It was ridiculous. I literally was bedridden, and the back of my head, like all here, was throbbing so bad. I was crying. Like, I was literally bawling my eyes out. This was me for like 3 days, and I never get that sick. Like, not like that. Like, when I get the flu, usually it's just like a runny nose or like a sore throat. It's never, you know, massive head pains and to the point where I'm actually bedridden and everything hurts. Like, my whole body hurt. It was honestly like horrific. And I know when I googled that, it could be a symptom. It could have just been from the weather change, from like going from hot to cold, different temperatures. But honestly, that was the worst flu I've ever had in my life. And I know that could be one of the symptoms. I know a lot of people get sick or have flu-like symptoms within that 2-week wait. Another one was, it's actually a funny story. Every single time I opened the cupboard, I could literally smell bubblegum, like grape bubblegum, but so strong. And Mum was like, there's no bubblegum in the cupboard. I'm like, I can smell bubblegum. Like, this is like a strong, like literally all I could smell was grape bubblegum. And I was like, there must be freaking bubblegum in the cupboard, because I don't know if I'm going crazy or not. I remember like literally probably 3-4 weeks later, I literally found 1 piece of grape bubblegum in the cupboard. And I was like, now I know why I could smell that, because my senses was so strong. I could literally smell everything and anything. Even Carl knows, whenever he would come near me, I would be like, your breath like stinks, and I'm still like that. I really don't like, even when he just brushes his teeth, and I feel so bad, but when Carl just brushes his teeth, I'm like, oh, like, get away from me, please. Yes, that's another symptom. Another thing is really bad baby brain, and I know I said this before, but I thought baby brain didn't exist until I got it. I remember this one day going to the shopping center and literally leaving my phone, my keys, my debit card, everything in the car, going into the shops, getting everything I needed, going to the counter, and I was like, where is my phone? Where's my keys? Where's my card? I literally left it all in the car. So I had to leave everything there. I got everything out of the car, went back into the shopping center, and freaking realized I left the key card there. So I literally just grabbed my keys and my phone. So I had to go all the way back, came all the way back, and realized I freaking left the shopping bags in the car. So I had to go all the way back. And I remember this was going on for like a week, where I just was doing stupid things, and I still do, like putting the milk in the cupboard instead of the fridge, or like, I don't know, just dumb things, which, to be honest, I'm a very clumsy person, but this was like next level stupid. Another symptom, which I thought was a bit strange, super TMI as well, was I had a lot of white discharge. And this was like not normal amount. This was like a lot, to the point where I was having to wear liners in my underwear, or having to change my underwear. It was so bad. Like, I remember probably every few hours checking or feeling like I was getting my period, like that much stuff was coming out. And I was like, whoa, like that is not normal at all. And I googled it, and I'm not sure exactly if I found that that was a pregnancy symptom, but I did talk to a few girls who have been pregnant, and they said that they had the exact same thing around that time. That is also a symptom. Super gross, super TMI, but we're getting real up in here. Another one is extremely extremely painful nipples. Let me tell you, my nipples felt like they were on fire 24/7. I could barely wear a bra, it hurt that much. My nipples literally felt, I don't even know how to explain it. It felt like someone had poured acid on my nipples and they were like melting off. It was horrible. And this was about like 8 to 12 DPO, where I was just like, honestly, like just in so much pain, and it was like not going away. And I was like, I don't know if this is just a weird period symptom or if I have a baby growing in my stomach because this freaking hurts. And I was like, oh, honestly, I just wanted to cut my nipples off because I felt like that would be easier and less pain than to deal with my nipples. Anyways, moving on. Another one was, I think, only 2 DPO or 3 DPO. If you don't know what that means, it means days past ovulation, just to clarify. So yeah, about 3 or 4 DPO. I remember me and Carl were driving to buy something off someone. This is like, I think it was like 8 p.m. Carl went to buy something off Marketplace from this guy like up north a little bit. And I remember feeling so much pain in my head. Like, I had the worst migraine. I remember it was right here. I remember the pain so clearly because it was so bad. And I'm not the type to get headaches at all. And I had never gotten a migraine in my life, but I felt the worst pain in my head that I was crying on the way. Like, while Carl was driving, I was bawling my eyes out, and I was like, what is going on? I never get headaches, I never get migraines, and I was just crying. I was like, something must be wrong with my brain because this just isn't normal. And I continued to get headaches. That lasted for about like 2 hours, by the way. But I continued to get headaches for that whole week, and I'm still kind of getting headaches now, but not as bad. But that was also another symptom. So a few days before my period was due, I remember going to the gym and we were asked to do a 1K run. And to be honest, I hate running so much. Don't like cardio. Give me a set of weights and I'll be fine. But like cardio, no thank you. But I did the 1K run, but I remember halfway through getting this massive sharp pain in my stomach. And I was like, ow, like what is that? And I was like, I kind of just ignored it and I was like, okay, just keep running. I was like, my period just must be due, like it's just period pain. And I remember kept running. About like 200 meters later, I got that pain again and I was like, what the heck is going on? It was like, I was honestly hyperventilating. I know it's only 1 kilometer, probably most of you were like, you were crazy and so unfit, which is true. But I just kept getting so much pain. And I was like, what is going on? I ended up having to walk the rest of the run while everyone was like so much in front of me, but I was in so much pain. And I remember that whole workout I kept getting these really sharp pains and I was like, what is happening? This was a super intense workout as well, which yeah, wasn't fun at all. And very last symptom, I remember waking up in the morning and feeling so sick, and the only thing that would help was literally dry crackers. Like that was all I could eat, was like dry toast or dry crackers. If I ate anything else, I would just feel so sick to the point where I felt like I was going to throw up, and I didn't throw up. But yeah, that was literally the only thing I could eat was dry toast and dry crackers. Otherwise, I would literally be in bed until like 10, 11 o'clock, just feeling so sick. And I know a lot of people don't get this symptom until a bit later on, but this was me probably about 2 or 3 days before I got my period, before my period was due, should I say. And yeah, that was also a super massive sign. But the thing is, I took my first pregnancy test around 12 DPO, and I'll put a little picture right here for you to show you what it looked like. It was super faint, and my partner was like, I think you're going crazy because I can't see anything. But for me, like, let me know if you can see that, because I personally could see that so clearly, and I was like, Carl, I'm pregnant. And he was like, no, Jazz, like, you're just seeing things. I was like so adamant. I was like, no, I am pregnant. And then I remember 2 days later, I had a doctor's appointment, or maybe it was the next day, I don't remember. I had a doctor's appointment because of the sharp pains that I was getting and all these symptoms, and I was like, what's going on? I'm not getting my period, like what's happening? And the next morning I took a proper pregnancy test, not just like a cheap one, and this came up. So I'll insert a little photo here as well for you, which is very clear that I am pregnant. And I also went and got my HCG levels tested at the doctor's the next day, and it came up super positive. So I was very pregnant, still am very pregnant. But yeah, that is basically how I found out that I was pregnant. If you are hoping to get pregnant, then I'm praying for you. If you're watching these videos like I was and hoping that you're not pregnant and freaking the heck out, I am also praying for you, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also hit that notification bell so you know every single time I post, because I post every week, sometimes twice a week if you're lucky. Well, if I'm not lazy enough, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye. Mwah.